What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And it has been a minute since I've done a update or an update video for mod, improvement video. Been focused on a bunch of other things, getting the Baja series out, and now we're kind of back to it. So today we're going to tackle, it's going to be multiple weeks of upgrades to mod and actually just fixing things. Today I'm going to start on the rear trailing arms. I have heavy duty ones right here. What I've come to find out as I learn all about my truck is that the bushes, bushing is what we'd say here in Canada or in the US or Canada, but the bushes, pretty much everything on this truck is shot. And so we're going to start with the trailing arms. I have, and then then we'll move, probably in a week or so, we'll move to the front radius arms. I'm not replacing the radius arms because they're still good, but the bushes are completely shot. One of them actually is it's metal on metal, and so that's why I've been hearing lots of popping and cracking or creaking and just lots of noises. So we're going to tackle this today, and basically what I'm going to do is take my grinder and I'm just cutting everything off. It's all pretty. I actually tried getting a drill on it and to be able to pop it off, and a socket on it, and some of the bolts off, and they're so corroded and shot. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them off. I'm going to start with the grinding wheel, the cutoff wheel, and if that doesn't work, I'll go to the Sawzall, and then I will show you that, and then we'll kind of put it all back together. But hopefully it'll go relatively smoothly because we're cutting things off. So, okay, so the rear trailing arms are these arms right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's these arms that you have two. This is a one-piece bush that I'll show you in a minute, but I'm going to cut these off, cut these bolts off, cut these bolts off, and then the back part already has, because I'm buying new, or I bought new, that already has the bush in it, so that's replacing the bolt. So it should go relatively easily with this. There's a couple tight spots in here, but I think we shouldn't have too many problems. Okay, that one's off anyway. So what I'm going to do, what I'm doing is I'm cutting them, trying to cut them closer so that I can reuse this piece probably as a pry bar, and I'll do that on the other one. But I'm probably going to cut a little bit further back just so I have a better grip. I was binding a little bit there, but now I'm going to go work on these bolts here. So let's do that. So we live in the mountains, and I live on 4 acres, and so I've been trying to go battery for everything. But in this instance, I do have a corded angle grinder and Sawzall. So I'm gonna go get that because the battery just totally died because it's way too much going on with that. So I'm gonna go get that, and I'll be right back. Okay, we got quarter grinder. So let's try and see how this goes. this calls for gloves and some sort of cover over myself. The sparks are pretty good, so I'll be back. Buckling, it's popping a little bit. You can see it. I'm trying not to cut, like, trying not to get in there and cut the mount for it. Just hitting it a little bit. Look at that. It's a little dangerous. Probably don't do this at home, kids. Come up with a plan B here. That one bolt is still in there. I got it. I thought I got it, but keep cutting that one. Need a smaller punch to get in there. Let's see if I can. This may wreck this one, but that's right. Nope, still not. Keep cutting. So I just got the last bolt on and I just went like this, and look at that. I didn't need to worry about cutting the big bolt off. So that's good. So now I just need to go and see it right here. I'll show you. The that bolt right there just needs to get cut off, so it shouldn't be too hard. Anyway, let me get resituated. Let's do it. Well, that didn't come off, so I'm gonna have to cut. I was cutting that mount a little bit, so I'm gonna cut here of this bolt, and that should be able to pop it off, hopefully. actually smoking really good. Yeah. Smoking. All right. So, ouch. Okay, so now we got to, there we go. All right. Bolts off, and all right. One off. All right, so got the first one off, the driver's side off, and so just let me show you the differences here. So old one, new one, significantly, this is the heavy duty, so it's significantly more solid. And obviously I cut that off, and then here's the new bush up front, and this guy, I mean, when it's cracking like that, you see this will be significantly better. So we're going to put these back on, and hopefully that will make, we'll go to the other side, but hopefully that will make a big improvement to start. Okay, just prepping, to bolt everything on. So the big bolt at the end here is a 30 mil bolt, and it is a nylock. They all come as nylock. I just lost it. So it's a nylock right here. You can see nylock 30 mil, and then the three for the front bush are 15 mil nylocks. So we'll kind of fit it first and then tighten up. I have to go check on what the torque settings are. I don't know, but I'll go check the manual, and we'll get that all torqued up to spec. But it's pretty easy, easier, I guess, easier than I thought it was going to be, which I'm always happy about. I know some of these other ones are going to be a little bit more complicated. I know the front radial arms are, you have to take off more. You have to take off the rear steering arm, which I'm replacing because mine's bent. I can't remember. I know that I hit four-wheeling a couple years ago. I hit a pretty big rock, but I'm not sure if it was that or if it was already bent. So I'm replacing that, and I'm also replacing the front bar, the pan rod, and I am probably going to redo the rear sway bar as well on those bushes, and then kind of I might work my way around. But I know that the front radius a little bit more complicated. I am going to have to MacGyver some sort of press to get the bushes in. But I think my neighbor gave me an idea with using my frame rail and a jack. I have a 3-ton jack, and just that should work. Anyway, I'm going to get to this and put this first one in, and then I'll show you that here in a second. Okay. Gathered a few things. I forgot I needed my blue Loctite, so the non-permanent, and also the other bolt, or the nut, the other nylock for the rear part is a 24 mil bolt nut. Sorry, but let me get the actual trailing arm, and we'll put it in. Put this side in. So we got this guy, just gonna go in. Wrong way. We need to go this way, like that. And we're gonna put in these 14s. What did I say? 14s? 15s. Put those in, and just temporarily put them in. Well, I'm just going to temporarily, I'm not putting the Loctite on yet, so I can get a couple of these in. Alright, there. And then this guy goes through. Hopefully it goes through. through. Just help it a little bit. And that's all right. So then we just need to get the big bolt. Make sure that slide that around. We'll go through. Same size. So come this way more. It's hard to see from this angle. Kind of just feeling it. All right, let's try it. Well, that way. Let's see. Goes through. Okay. Yeah, that's right. All right. All right. So, one of the videos I watched, the recommendation was to keep the wheels on the ground, which I think I still can do. But because this is a new bush up here, it's bigger now, so I have to pry that end this way a little bit just to make sure that the hole, I can get the bolt through the hole, because this is all new now, so it's not compressed anymore. So I gotta probably go get a second set of hands, go find Eric, and we'll get this sorted. Okay. All right. Been trying to get the arm in, the trailing arm in, and part of the problem is, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but right, the mount on the axle is made for the original trailing arm, which is fully round, and so the new heavy duty one has a squared off edge right here. So basically what needs to happen is this piece right here needs to get ground back. So I'm gonna, hopefully with my burr grinder, grind that back a little bit. I'm gonna try and see if that will work, and then grind it so that it'll just be more custom. And because I can't get the bolt, I can't get this moving forward enough because of how this is rounded. So I'll give that a shot. Alrighty, got it in. I'd probably just pause before I could show you that, but what I ended up doing was I had to make room for the new squared off heavy duty trailing arm. So I used burr grinder, carbon, I don't know what it is, but burr grinder, and just ground it off. There's two little lips that kind of held the original trailing arm, and so I just ground that down, and that gave me enough room to get the bolt through. And so now what I'm going to do is put the 15s or the 14s in. I forget what these are. I think they're 14s, 15 mils. Put the 15 mils in on this top bracket, so that gets kind of bumped up and tightened up against this bracket, because right now it's kind of at an angle, and then I'll tighten the rest of it. And then this big bolt is 130 Newton pounds for the torque. So I got my torque wrench out, and then I'm also doing thread locker, lube thread locker. I had to run and go get some because I was out, so we're gonna do that as well. And little dab will do ya. Okay, and let's get the other one on. Yeah, they're kind of at a weird angle. Get that top one on so it straightens out a little bit. And I can't see because of the sun. Yeah, that's straightens it out a little bit. So because it's flexing a little bit, it's pointing up too much, so it just needs to get these on, and then I can get the rest on, and then we should be good. All right, let's put those on. So the bolt itself is not 15. Let's be bigger. It is bigger. The nut is 15, but the bolt is not. The bolt head is not. So that's mildly annoying. Tighten those up, hand tighten those. Let me go get a wrench. Okay, so the bolt head is a 17, and then the nut is a 15. So that's fun. So I think what we'll do is we'll see if I can get it up in there. And we got big washer and our 24. So let's put a thread locker on that guy. Too much. And then just hand tight that, and then I'm going to do the thread lock on this bolt, which is the, what did I say on this one? I think it's 24. Now this one was the big one was the 30, and then this guy is the 24. And I'm gonna have to use a socket, which is a big 1/2 inch. Ow, ow. Okay. Yeah, this should be fun. Alright, let's go like that. Alright, let me go find a wrench. Alright. Okay. Now, let's get this guy. And this is the 30. See if I can get that in there. I can, so that's good. Oops. Make sure you go the right way. All right, let me go get my torque wrench, and we'll tighten that down to 130 pounds. All right, got the torque wrench set at 130 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna have to prop this a little bit and get it on. Oh, that's good. And then let's do this far side, or that other big one on the 24, wherever that guy is. Oh, there we go. Yep. Okay, let's bring it around like that so you can see it. Hopefully. All right, we're good. That one is in. You can see it, definitely nice and heavy duty. So that will, I mean, that's the first start. So I'm gonna come back tomorrow and do the second one, and try and do it in time, because now that I've got it down, you know, that's the thing with all these, any of these things, any of these repairs on really any car, but for sure on Defenders and 90s, all of them, the older ones, that they're all just slightly different, right? And so so just putting in that heavy duty trailing arm, just slightly different enough from the original with the squared off, that you know, don't be afraid to do a bit of custom work, and have the tools, or have someone that has the tools. So having that burr grinder, I mean, I was done that in 5 minutes or so, like maybe 6 minutes, and made that enough so that the bolt would fit through it. And that's the biggest thing, is just not being afraid to get in there and figure it out and experiment and make it work. And nothing about what I did took away any kind of strength or anything from the mount. It was just taking off just a little bit of metal just so that it would fit for the new heavy duty trailer, because I really didn't want to go back to the original style, because this is a lot more solid. And with the weight that we have on the back of the truck, and we're going to be having back on the back of the truck when I build it out, I just want to have a little bit more stability back there. So anyway, that is it. I will show you the rest, the other side, in a little bit. So cheers. A little faster. I'm predicting 30 to 45 minutes for this other side, now that I have an idea of what I'm doing. So let's check it out. Should be. I need to, this is my diesel heater exhaust, so I don't want to, I mean, I can always replace the hose, but I try not to hit it, so, but I may have to hit it, I think. Dang it. That hurt. That was flames on me, so I gotta think that through. Get myself out of the way of the flames. Significantly faster now that I know, because I don't have to. On the other side, I was trying to take this big bolt off. And all you need to do is these three, and then I'm going to cut here, and then I'll cut that other one off. So we should be a little bit faster. Now, let's see. I don't know if you saw that, but the whole, because the car's on jack stands, and we should be able to pop that out. So I need my punches to get that out. So I think I said jack stands are not jack stands. They are on. It's just on my jack. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This one's not being cooperative. Is not cooperating. The other one totally just fell out. All right, I need another blade, and I did it again with the blade and no face mask. At some point I'm going to get this right in the face. It's going to really hurt. Where's my other one? Let's go get the other pry bar a bit bigger. Oofta. That was a bit of an ordeal to get that guy out. All right, let's get this back guy off. Now, let's do that guy. Okay, that was a little bit of an ordeal. So let's see if we can, I've got that off a little bit, see if we can get this on, okay? All right, down to the last little bit. Let's just go get another battery. And we're just gonna install now. Hopefully I ground everything off that I need to grind off. And we will hopefully be finished here in like 10 minutes. So let's put you back under the truck. I think I'm running out of memory too, so that should be great. Anyway, let's put you back under here. So my shaft has not come through all the way. So I gotta figure that out, because I think because I have it up that it pivots, the axle pivoted. So yeah. Okay, so what needs to happen is the tires are, the axle's off the ground, so it moved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the axle, drop the differential, and then jack it up from the frame rail, and hopefully I should be able to move that left tire forward enough to get the trailing arm into position. So that is what we're going to do. Okay, let me just show you what I did, and it worked. So basically, I lifted up, instead of lifting up at the axle, I lifted up the frame rail, and that allowed the axle to flex, and so that pushed the trailing arm forward. So let me show you that. So now the trailing arm is ready to be bolted on. So that worked. I was happy about that. Thanks, Doug, for the suggestion. So now let's, I don't know if you can see that, but let's, a little bit of Loctite. And washer, nut, and impact driver, impact driver, and if you wouldn't be able to see it, but as I was pulling it tight, it pulled the tire, the wheel towards me, because that's what it's supposed to be doing. So let's do the torque wrench at 130 torque pounds. I can't remember how it's called. Torque pounds, torque feet, torque something. That, and we are good. All right, that is one set of bushes done, of many. Still waiting other parts, but at least those are done. And now I'll go probably work in the engine bay, not the engine. Well, I have some hoses the spillover hoses for the injectors to replace. So I'm doing that. But then I have the mount for the power steering pump, and the alternator has, with all the being taken off and on, I have to do some re-threading. So I will show you that next week. But for now, rear trailing arms are done. Have a great day. Cheers.